Everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to take a look at some of the upcoming events that are going to come to Monster Strike. So they're actually going to start very soon. They might have already started by the time this video comes up, so hopefully you aren't missing out on them because we got some cool things going on. So first things first, next week's Lucky Monsters has a special event going on for this weekend because we have crossed 50 million users for Monster Strike, and what I think it was 42 million locally in Japan. They are being gracious enough to run the quests for next week's Lucky Monsters 24 hours at 5 stamina with 5 times medal drops. So if you are going to farm medals, or you just need to farm these monsters for your Lucky Monsters for next week, you can take advantage of that. And how that is going to work is they are split across 3 days and will be up for 24 hours across those 3 days. So on May 24th from midnight to 11:59 p.m. Japan time, Ribe and Typhon will be available each at the same time for 24 hours. Then once the day crosses to the 25th in Japan, from midnight to 11:59 p.m. you'll be able to take on Gremory and Silver there. Again, they're up for 24 hours at 5 stamina with 5 times the medals. And last but not least, on May 26th you'll be able to take on Lucius Tiberius for 24 hours on May 26th Japan time. Remember, it's Japan time, so you can always tell the difference in the schedule. Again, midnight is what, 8 a.m. Pacific time, so you can hear me looking through the schedule right now. I don't have it on screen, but yeah, it is 8 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're in California, for example, start from 8 a.m. to 7:59 a.m. Just keep farming. I mean, it's really nice of them to do this. It is a great way to max luck these monsters with little stamina effort. It is going to take normal effort because it is not, you know, a golden egg boosted drop. It's just you can keep running it for low stamina. So it'll still take a decent amount of time, but at least you can do it over and over again without worrying about stamina. So that's cool. But that's not why we're here, right? We have a collab coming up, and it is a collab of collab, it seems like. Promare is coming out in Japan, and X-Flag is footing the bill for it, I think. So that's why it was unsurprising to see that there was going to be a tie-in. What might have been surprising is the fact that Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill are also going to be tied into this collab of collabs, and I guess they must be related. What's the right word? Well, they must be related somehow, I guess, right? But anyways, they're gonna start May 24th, 4 a.m. Japan time, and there's a bunch of things you can do. For example, the login bonus reward will begin, and you'll also be able to take on some missions related. But before we get into that, if you're actually in Japan, you can take advantage of the special Monspot locations that are going to be tied to the movie theaters. And if you're able to hit these Monspot locations, you're going to get the chance to collect some Prodamas. And Prodamas are basically free pulls on the gacha. Yes, the collab is a gacha. Once you go there, you can earn 10 Prodamas per day, and you can do that 4 times, which means you can get a maximum of 40 free pulls at the collab gacha, which is pretty insane. That is a lot of free pulls. Now again, you have to be in Japan to do this. I'm not going to explain how you could be in Japan without actually not being in Japan, but that might not be in the rules, so, you know, it might be against the rules, so I'm not telling you to do that. No, seriously, don't do it. But just for those of you who are going to play nice, you will get 1 free Prodama as part of your day 9 login reward, so at least you can get 1. Now, I've talked about the gacha, but before we even get to that, let's take a look at the collab login mission rewards. And for this collab, it is going to be Aina here on the left. She has her base form and her evo form. Pretty cool. But the important thing to note here is the ways you can get her. And most collabs, there is, you know, a bunch of leeway to maybe miss a few things or skip a few things and still max luck her. But as you can see, you can only earn a total of 103 Ainas. You need 99 to max luck. In addition, 2 of those are tied to getting a Prodama from a Mon spot, which is impossible for those of you who are not in Japan. So really, there's only 101 possible ways to get Aina, which means you really cannot afford to miss anything here. You can miss one day. That's about it. Anyways, you should be logging in every day, right? So just make sure you're careful about that. Practically there's 101 up for grabs for you if you're not in Japan. So log in every day, do the quests. At least the quests seem interesting. Not difficult. You know, doing co-op, clearing impossible or colossal quests, which is actually surprising that they require you to do up to 10 of those. Usually they only do 1 or 2 or 3, I feel like, but this time they're asking you to clear it 10 times. And again, like I said, you cannot afford to skip any of these missions if you want to max luck Aina. But yeah, other than that, Turtle Quest, Extreme Quest, earning EXP, walk in the park. So if you're new to Monster Strike, clearing those impossibles or colossals might be a little difficult, but you know what? They're in the library now. Izanami is not that hard anymore, so you can just find some friends and just blow through that quest pretty quickly, and I think you'll be alright. Now, for the actual collab gacha monsters, we don't know any details about them beyond their pre-transcended forms, which means, of course, they will get a transcension once we see those details. But as you can see, they are split across 3 different animes. Promare is featuring Galo. Kill la Kill has Matoi Ryoko and Senketsu. And from Gurren Lagann, we got Shimon and Kamina as your gacha monsters. And they did confirm that they are from a gacha and that there are more monsters to show. I don't know if that just means they're transcended forms, or if we're going to see their 4 or 5 star collab monsters, or if there's actually going to be any event monsters tied to this collab. We're really in the dark about this, but you know, the login rewards begin, and well, gotta make sure you're aware of that before you can get in there, right? So you know, that's really it. Like I said, there's not much more details beyond that. You can actually see Aina's stats in the Monsterpedia. But before we call it a day, Sinbad is getting a Transcension. If you did not check the news, it's kind of, I don't know, I'm a little disappointed that they got rid of the Kabedon, you know, where every time you hit the wall it increases the power. That's on his Evo form. The Evo form is the one that is the Space Pirate, which matches my favorite comedian, Gorgeous. But that's fine. He gets no gravity barrier, no damage wall, without any gauge, so you don't have to worry about hitting the gauge. Strike Shot is the Motivate Strike Shot, so where every time you hit a monster, they'll start flying as well. So you have to actually hit them. That's going to be good for 12 turns on the first charge, and another 12 turns after that. So 24 turns to get the second charge. The bump combo is the follow-up hose attack that D'Artagnan or Pandora has. And the sub bump combo is the speed up. And a lot of people are theorizing that he may be good for the upcoming Gozetsu quest with Moral, because there is a new gimmick there where these monsters have a shield which will open and close every time. It'll close once you hit them, and no more damage will go through them unless you hit some other monster first. So having a speed up and the Motivate Strike Shot certainly gives you the opportunity to hit more monsters that way. So we'll see if that comes in handy or not. But yeah, that's about it. once again, I don't know anything about these animes, so I apologize if I butchered any of their names. And I'll apologize in advance for my ignorance for those animes. So hopefully it's a cool collab. I know a lot of people have left the Bleach collab with a sour note. The music wasn't there, the monsters weren't so great. Whoa, come on, focus. Come on, camera. There we go. So hopefully we see some cool stuff coming out of this collab. It is interesting that we don't know more details before the thing actually starts, but at least the missions are collab agnostic, so you can just rush through them and just finish off Aina pretty quickly. So let me know in the comments what you think about the collab. I don't know if there's anything to talk about, but hopefully it's a cool thing. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and until next time.